Hey guys, happy afternoon. For those of you that joined us earlier for the little morning stream, hope you enjoyed that. And we're going to do them regularly. And Keith and I just talked, and I don't know how we're going to schedule. I got to make sure he's going to be there to do the best of the original Star Trek in the mornings. Would be fun. It'll be a list that we'll go through, and it'll be over, and then we'll do something else, talk about other stuff. But it's something just for the members of our channel. We feel like we need to be doing stuff for you guys because you guys have helped us grow so much, and we deeply appreciate it, man. And for those of you who aren't members, I'm not saying who isn't. I'm not going to put the name on the screen to say who isn't an actual active member right now. But, um, oh hey Gambit. I don't think he's a member, but I would love it if he was because he really helps our channel a lot, man. We love the shit you post. And I know it was funny because he got made fun of for copy and pasting today by Max Damon. Here we go. Is Gambit 1987 AI chatbot? It seems like he, she, it just copy paste snippets from Wikipedia and IMDb and repeats them here. Which, I gotta be honest, the only time it ever bothers me is when he pastes something we've already gone over. It's like we've already talked about that. Why are you pasting that now? But the fact is, Gambit plays a really good part in our channel, and it's deeply appreciated all you do, buddy. One of my favorite things that he does is he'll make a comment to a time code, and he'll put the time code in the comment, which YouTube fucking loves that. And so he makes some comment about a specific thing in the show that he wants to address. And I just love that. And Gambit, you're deeply appreciated. As much as I tease everybody I love. You guys are
He
great.
was teasing me with one of his comments. He put like the timestamp and then he said, see, even anyone knows that. And I put under, even I, what the fuck is that supposed to be? With a laughing smiley. Because
That's funny.
Dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know my stuff. Thank you.
What was this? I Kitty Midnight Rebel. Woohoo. What's up, Jafer? What's up? Slasher Fred is here too. And of course, our dear friend Max Demon. And because as I recall, didn't you have an A in it before long ago? It seemed like it was Max Damon before. But anyway, it's always been Max Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I swear to God, I should have stopped doing drugs years ago. Snorty is here. Hello, Snorty. Our favorite misbehaving bear.
Hi, Snorty.
He does not misbehave. He acts like a bear should.
How dare you leave the room, Snorty?
There's a strange irony with this whole movie because, in essence, they adapt all of Bond and then they adapt the first novel for the last thing they adapt from the novels.
Yeah, the last book, they finally got the rights back to do it, and that's the only thing they adapt that entire series with him.
Yep.
So, yeah, just dumb. They had an opportunity with that last film to make it Dr. No. They really did. And it's clear it was inspired by Dr. No. And it's just fucking dumb what they did. Just dumb. Dumb. So let's see. I saw Papa Goss is here. What's up, brother? And did I see somebody else pop in too? It's always been, it's Maxwell Demon. Okay, gotcha. Copy paste. Gotcha, I got you. Hey, it's Bill Barkley.
Hi, Bill.
The only thing he likes about this movie is that later on it's figured out that Bond is Scottish.
All right, you gotta love Eva Green in this.
It was an air show that was happening near me.
It.
The red arrows flew right over where I was. Oh, fucking cool, dude. Did you get pictures? If you did, man, send them to my email, dude. That's great. I just got an email from you today. What was that? There it is. Oh, okay. I got to show this one. Let me save this. He sent this to me. This is funny. And it's perfect for what we're talking about today. Man, it's making me save it manually. I got to type everything in. I fucking hate that with Yahoo email. It'll just, like, you go to save the image and it says thumbnail.jpg. There we go. Let me pull that motherfucker out for you. This was funny. And thank you for sending this to me, Bill, because that was funny. He bought a copy of Picard, the complete series. And he took a photo of it in its case. Here you go. Oh, drop.
Yeah.
Where's your new Picard?
Yeah, that's what he says. This is Bane voice. Where's your Starfleet now?
Engage.
So I love that, Bill. Thanks for saying.
What are you paying for?
We were talking before the show about the new game, okay? And I got to admit, paint me impressed because it's the people that made Hitman, and they are making this a real Bond game. But this is early Bond before he got his 00. And thank God they stuck to the history of Bond from the book, which is, and this is a great one from AI. This is, here, let me enlarge that a little bit and bring us out. There we go. Somebody went over to Grok and said, James Bond to look like, what do you call it? Hoagie Carmichael, who is the singer-actor that Ian Fleming had in mind when he was thinking about Bond, looking like that character. And he had from childhood a scar that started from the bottom of his eye, went around his cheek under his jawline and followed his jawline, which I thought was really kind of cool. And they put it in the fucking game. I'm like, that's freaking awesome, dude. That is just so freaking awesome. So I'm pretty pleased with this game. I watched the 34-minute video. Plus, I went over and I watched Paul over at Heavy Spoilers talk about the game. And I also watched Calvin's video. He has several videos on it. Plus, he posted his review of the 34-minute gameplay video. It was really good. Yeah, Hoagie Carmichael. Yeah, Gambit. By the way, Gary, I watched NCIS, Tony and Ziva. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, it's like, look, man, there's just no creativity anymore. They don't know how to make stuff good. They need to fire everybody.
It's just one of those stories where everything is okay as long as there's just chemistry between them. But once they come together, there's nothing more to tell. The story just ends there.
What's this one? If you guys ever watch the animated series Secret Squirrel. Oh, I love Secret Squirrel. Yeah, definitely a spinoff.
Well, there's so many influences that Bond in Japan, Golgo 13, because the guy that did that, he was doing James Bond comics originally. Once the license expired, he liked doing it so much, he just made his own character and continued to do spy, espionage, assassination shit.
Exactly. By the way, I like Judi Dench, but it was really off-putting having her come back as him. And Daniel Craig's comments are about her coming back was moronic. It's just amazing having a woman play him. And it's like, well, then get another woman. They could have got fucking the other Dame actress, Helen Mirren, for God's sakes.
Yes, please.
It had to be Judi Dench, and she's a completely different character than from the previous one. It makes no sense.
She looks the same, just has a different private name, which they never even mentioned the name in the first movie, only in the script and in the book, the adaptation. And that's it. So she has a different name. It's still the same fucking M. They can fuck off. And in fact, some of her dialogue in this movie, Casino Royale, sounds like it was geared towards Brosnan and not towards the guy that just got his 00.
Well, one of her most stupid lines is, "God, I miss the Cold War." Like, what the fuck? What a weird thing to say. Who says that?
Yeah, it's bizarre. But still, her performance is outstanding. This is a great film. I really do love it. It really did embody old school Bond for me. But once again, my problem is it's modern. And I liked Quentin Tarantino's idea that it should be done as a period piece taking place in the 50s, at the onset, the heavy onset of the Cold War. What, Steve? Sorry, it was the Shinatsky. You were saying something, I interrupted.
My issue with when they start with this whole new series is that they tried to say this is the grittier, more realistic Bond. And in my opinion, it's not. In fact, they don't embrace the more amazing aspects of the Bond series, so it just kind of becomes more of a gray slug as it goes along.
Yeah, which is why I only enjoyed 3 of the films. But and people can sit there, and I know they don't like Quantum of Solace. I do. I happen to like it. I liked the fact that we got the conclusion to Casino Royale. He got his revenge, and I liked that aspect of it in particular. I also liked the fact that the Bond girl, instead of being a fucking boss, breaks down and can't handle it. And that he comes in, he doesn't so much rescue her, he just helps her out of there because she did what she was supposed to do. She killed the guy, but then she seems broken and resolved to just die there in a pile of crying, and he reminds her it's okay to live.
Yeah, the issue, as far as I remember from when I looked into Quantum of Solace, is that the writer's strike happened, so a lot of the connective tissue between scenes, like they have some pretty silly things happen where, oh, you're no longer with us, but somehow he's still able to go through an airport and all this other crazy shit. Like he should have to be smuggled out.
Right. Bill, if you go, there's a website. I don't know if it's free anymore. You can look for other alternatives to WeSendIt, but WeSendIt.com allows you to send larger files by email. You just put the person's email in, your email. Sometimes you got to sign up for it. It's free and it's kind of cool. And you can send any file you want to them, and then I get an email, and then I go up because I have an account with WeSendIt, so I can just download it right away.
This film to me has one of the most absurd escapes in all of Bond.
Which one?
When he's at the embassy, and not only does he shoot the guy, but then he shoots another shot to the propane tank in the back. It blows up. No one shot him when they all have a clear shot at him.
Well, there you got to rely on reaction. I'm going to suspect that these guys aren't very well trained.
It's the embassy, though.
It's an embassy. I'm just going. It pushes it just a bit too far.
They have the best of the worst military in the world. So that's my answer to that, because those guys probably have shitty reaction time. Not to mention most of them are probably on fucking drugs. So no, I had no problem with that. Those guys are fucking assholes there. By the way, you are still doing Eon Cut of Net. Yes, we are. We will do that one. I'm not sure. Do you think? I think we should do them in order again as we go through them. So we'll probably start with Sean Connery's first ones, but instead of jumping straight to Lazenby, we'll do all of Sean's leftovers that we didn't do, and then at the end of that one, do Never Say Never Again, and then do Lazenby. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So that's how we'll do it, Bill. So we get 1, 2, because he had what, 5? Let's see. Dr. No. You Only Live Twice. Diamonds Are Forever. That we have to do, right? We did we did Russia from Love, and we did Thunderball. So we got to do 3 more old Connery, and then we'll do Never Say Never Again. So it'll probably take us about 4 months to get through it once we start them. The old series Wild Wild West was also, yes, absolutely. So it's Get Smart. It was a straightforward parody of Bond. That close.
If you want a really good one, No One Lives Forever.
I
The
forgot
Operative.
Goldfinger. Thank you, Snort. So 5 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5th month we'll do Never Say Never Again. I'm sorry, Shanatsky. I'm trying to answer their questions and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead.
I was saying, if you ever have a chance, a game that's very James Bond and is a lot of fun is No One Lives Forever, The Operative.
First of all, yeah, that's clearly a Bond title, man.
Yeah, but the writing for it, the basic gets of it is you're an
How
agent.
good is the graphics in it? And the
It's an old PC
movement?
game from like 2000s, so. But the writing,
so it'll probably have good movement, but it'll look kind of
yeah, but no, the writing and the gameplay is hilarious, especially with you can listen to.
Where's that available?
It was on PC. I think it's tied up in limbo. You'd probably have to get it off some site
hold
or
on.
something.
PC game. What was the title again?
No One Lives Forever.
There are 2 of it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and the organization she goes up against is called Harm.
Harm. That's great. First person action shooter got me there. First person shooter. I love those. Now, don't get me wrong. I normally want to play first person, but when I do get a chance to finally play this new game, I am going to play third person because I want to be able to see him move around. But I have trouble aiming when I do that because I'm looking at him and the reticule is over to the right sometimes, and sometimes it's over to the left. It's never dead center.
Serves you well for looking at a man ass instead of the reticle.
No, it helps. I don't know. It makes it a movie. I want it to feel like a movie, and that kind of feels like a movie when you go third person. That's why I don't play third person when I'm doing first person shooter combat games because, goddamn, man, it's impossible to get through that. I die so much. And it took me forever to learn how to go out of third person with Battlefield because, man, I just kept fucking dying on Xbox Live. Yeah, this game, Gambit, it's absolutely going to be a good game. I saw that 34-minute video, and I'm telling you, man,
I just love that the UI is the watch.
Yeah, right. He's able to actually, because I like the way using the watch, you can scan before you go into a room to see where somebody at. Like when he locks the guy on the other side of the door, he hits the scan, and you can actually see on the other side of the guy on the other side of the door, frustrated, he can't open the door because he broke the doorknob in it. I don't know how big that crowd is, but I'm never surprised to hear that. I have so many problems with Craig, but I did enjoy the first 3 films. I don't think First Light will have a first person mode, third person only. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble doing it, but I'm gonna die a lot. I'm gonna die a lot, Martin. I'm just telling you now.
I do like that you can throw the guns as projectiles.
You know what? That isn't vindicated, and I resent that they've taken that idea. Because
other games have done that, Gary. So it's
because there's a scene where one of the characters thinks that he who reloads first wins, and so he does a mag dump and takes all the time to reload, and John Vindicated fucking just throws it like a tomahawk and it sticks in his fucking head. Because people don't realize that the base of a lot of pistols, that's got a sharp edge to it. And if you throw it with enough force, you can stick it in somebody's skull.
Yeah, all this is about introducing Craig as Bond, and it's kind of interesting they actually give a backstory to the muzzle that we've seen in all the Bond movies.
Well, yeah, I like the way they did this, and it's potential. This is kind of a suggested rumor that because Quentin Tarantino had suggested that he wanted to shoot the movie as a period piece in black and white with Pierce Brosnan as Bond again, that it would undo everything that came before, starting fresh with him as Bond again. And they apparently liked that, and that's why the opening scene is in black and white.
And it also shows you how he's earning his 00 license, because he does kill 2 people. And this is Dryden, MI6 section chief, and his contact in Prague. That's how he earns it.
And section chiefs are the guys that are in charge of that station. Okay. Every country has a station in it outside the United States. So he's that section's chief. So going back again, I wanted to say something I said before the show, that they suggest at the beginning of this movie with the animation, which, by the way, it is the same animator. The guy who did the previous Pierce Brosnan movies still continued as the guy doing intros. It's the same guy. And he brought the same composer back. And his goal for this movie was to not play the theme until the end, because it's at the end of this movie he becomes cinematic James Bond. Before that, he's James Bond, but he's not James Bond yet. And at the end of the film, when he shoots Mr. White's kneecap out, or whatever he did, knocking him to the ground, he walks up and delivers that fucking line. The name's Bond, James Bond. And then
that's when he becomes it. Yeah. Up to that point,
anyway,
he was like, my name is James Bond. And now it's Bond.
I loved that they shot this in black and white. And I'm going to tell you the main reason why is the fight scene. The fight scene is even more brutal in black and white than it would have been in color. And it's reminiscent to the fight we would see later. And I believe, because they admit it, McQuarrie admits it, he's a big James Bond fan, and he put a lot of nods to the James Bond movies in the Mission Impossible films he was involved with. And the bathroom fight, I believe, was a nod to this.
I always associated it with True Lies, this bathroom fight, because it's a very similar thing.
It's cool, but it's a comedy. I absolutely believe McQuarrie was doing a huge nod to this film, because I don't know if he's a fan of that, but I know he is a huge fan of 007. And going into the stall, the roughing up around sinks. Oh God, man, I love this. Because I know where you keep your gun.
Now this idiot doesn't know the weight of his own gun.
Of his own weapon, exactly. Because when you pick up a weapon, if you are trained in them, if you know your way around a handgun in particular, the weight is different with a fully loaded weapon, and the balance changes because the barrel pushes forward more in your hand. You feel
like that. He has the clip, so he should, if he was looking at all, he'd see it was gone.
Well, again, some great dialogue here. He says, "Did he made you feel it? Did you? Or did he?" And then he says, "How did it go?" Or how? What was the question, Martin? He asked him.
How did he die?
How did he die? And he says, "Not well."
Not pleasantly. I think it's something like that.
It's not well, I think was his response. And I like how curt Bond is. He's to the point here. He's not there for a conversation with this guy. And he waits for the right opportune moment where he feels, I'm ready to kill you.
I think he wanted to see if he could get anything from him before killing him. And obviously, he already confessed that, yep, I've been doing this, that, my contact's dead. It's like, okay, you don't really have anyone else? Great. I don't have to worry about you. Bye-bye.
So I'm going to pause here and discuss the hatred towards the casting of Daniel Craig early on. And that there was a big backlash. Big backlash. And one of the funniest things, I'm serious, dude, I fucking snorted. What do they call that? Where you choke on a drink and you spit it out. A spit take. I had a spit take. That's it. And when I saw this, because I had to remake it because the internet stuff's supposed to last forever, but they're full of shit. I can't find it. There was this meme this guy made that had James Bond standing there with the gun, tuxedo, pose, and he had, through Photoshop, put Gollum's face on it.
It's precious.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Craig is Bond, and I just fucking blew coffee out of my fucking nose and mouth. It was so fucking funny. Like, you got to be careful, man. Don't eat or drink right before you're going to cry or laugh. Good way to fucking choke to death.
Yeah,
Let you
thankfully,
die happy.
I wasn't drinking when you showed me that because I would have wet my kitty and killed my keyboard.
It was the blue eyes and the fucking ears that made him Bond.
Oh, the nose. The nose.
Yeah.
He has got coffee mug ears, I swear to God. And the funny thing about Craig is he's only sort of close to good looking when he's stolid. The minute he expresses himself in any way, the good looks kind of go away.
No,
I don't see any good looks
the
on
kid
him.
is precious.
Well, he says, this is what he's going into. They wouldn't have sent just a regular agent after me. You have to be a 007, and you don't have 2 kills. And then he you killed my contact. He goes, well, don't worry. The second is always, and then he just fucking shoots him. It's almost like the train station scene when Andy Garcia shoots that hitman gangster when he opens his mouth and shoots him through his mouth into his skull. It's fucking great. It's kind of what he does here. He shoots him in the head right before he can say that.
Gambit got it.
Gollum. Yeah, exactly. You got my joke. All right. So I love that he does that, and then Bond finishes his line and by saying, what was it he says? Yes.
Yes, quite.
Yes, very or quite. Yeah. I like that. I like that kind of dialogue. That's very Bond.
Yes, considerably.
Considerably, yeah.
And then it cuts back to him having to shoot the guy in the bathroom because he thought he drowned him, but he didn't, so he had to shoot him. And then we get the classic barrel scene of him doing his pose. And I like that. God damn it, I like this. Every motif here. And what's so frustrating with this, also, of the new era, one of my favorite Bond songs, and it is my top 4 favorite Bond song of all time, by Chris Cornell, God rest his soul. God, what a tormented guy. If that's the case, because there is a conspiracy theory that he was off because he was working on a PDF documentary with a friend.
Oh.
Again, following in suit with the classic other Bond films, starting in the 90s, that with Roger Moore, that Bond needs to appear. The actor needs to be in the intros. So they stick with that here. I also caught something because I don't know if you all know in gambling what a suicide king is.
Nope.
Queen.
No, Suicide King is
Suicide Kings. Yeah.
Yeah, Suicide King.
I thought
But
it was
in
Queen.
this, we get a Suicide Queen reference. I caught it. And it's a great intro. By the way, this is Daniel Craig doing these fight scenes. It's not his stunt double.
He wanted to do as much of the stuff as possible.
Yeah, he has a very specific way. And I got to be honest, for a guy that probably was never a fighter, he throws really good punches, unlike Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Because they did a movie together, and Craig is better at throwing punches than Harrison
Oh my God,
Ford.
that freaky movie is so horrible.
It's so horrible, but I fucking still enjoyed it. I own it. I don't know when I'll watch it, but it might be just to do a show about it because
No,
I
please.
loved the comic book. I loved it. And by the way, the intro itself is inspired by the original book cover with all the card motif in there, and they brought that in, and I love that. That he's like when he's killing guys, he's throwing diamonds at them, you know. And the song itself, the lyrics is incredible.
Oh, and this is an artery being broken.
Yes, an artery in the heart's blood. I just fucking love this. I love this. I fucking love this intro. I love this song by Chris Cornell. And of course, once again, Anima's favorite composer for the Bond films is back and just killing it with this song and utilizing this song throughout the film. That is the theme throughout the film, this song, You Know My Name.
He had to go and be creative because he wasn't allowed to do a Bond score to this.
Yeah.
That felt like Bond, which is one of the things taking me out of the movie. But
hello, Penny.
It still feels like Bond because just like a good Bond film, and there it is. There's the reference. This is a reference that plays on the concept of the Suicide King. With her as the queen, she is a suicide queen, figuratively and literally, because of how the story ends. I also love that they show 2 bullet holes in the card before the number 7 on the card. And that's a reference to the fact that the 00, which I've always figured this to be, that the 00 stands for your kills to get your 00. The 00, like bullet holes. That's why it's 00. I've always
double tap.
That. The double kill.
Oh. Are you saying I'm a villain, Bill?
Anima Blofeld.
Fuck you guys.
It was me, Bond.
It was me all along. I love this whole intro, man. This is great.
Yeah, the only thing kind of wonky is some of the filters
that
they
is
put over Craig.
That's the true thing, though. The sword through the head. There's a Suicide King. If you didn't know that, that's what he's referencing there in that comment. But it's still, in the end, because if you know the end of the story, then you realize when they put her over the queen, they're making her a suicide queen.
And Martin Campbell directed the same guy that directed GoldenEye. It's basically whenever they really need to relaunch Bond, they call him, it seems.
Yeah, he's a good director. I think he's really owns it. And that's why it was really disappointing that he didn't come back for the second film, because I like the way he directs. I like the way he visualizes action, too. Anima Blofeld. Yeah.
Bad Snorty.
Oh, man, I love all this animation. It was great to watch this. And the choreography that goes with it, because certain things occur at specific beats, and I like that. I like this where he starts walking towards the camera. He's all black, then he fades in as Daniel Craig, and then fades back to black, and then gets right up to the camera. And it's Daniel Craig. Great animation. Really, really good motifs in this. And Paul Haggis, I like him. I like the cut of that guy's jib.
Yeah, and this is how you exploit a legacy, which is, you know my name. Yeah, we all know his name, but it's like Bond is back, basically, is what this is saying, because Die Another Day really did hamper things a lot.
Yeah, with the shitty song. All it had was that great intro where he's tortured for months at the hands of the North Koreans.
Also, this, in my opinion, has one of the best villain motivations you could have. Because oftentimes in these types of things, the villains are in control. You know, like the ultra-rich billionaire has the private island. In this, he needs money. And he's desperate to get it.
Now, this is, in my opinion, one of the top 4 villains in the Bond cinema history. I fucking love him.
Yeah,
I fucking love him. Mads Mikkelsen. I loved Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. I enjoyed Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter. This guy owned it in a way that I didn't think could happen. That is how good a fucking actor this guy is. I fucking love this guy. And by the way, in real life, very based. He's a very based dude. I like this guy.
Oh, if you ever get a chance, look up the Hannibal outtakes. They're hilarious. Especially when he goes, "Shut up, bitch."
We have a breach.
Yeah.
A lazy one. That's a breach.
Somebody play whatever you want.
Okido.
Any man don't want to get killed. Better clear on out the back.
I already cleared out the back when you shot him.
Yeah. This is great, and the gist of the plot is he'd have been selling high. Bond didn't screw up his plans halfway through.
Yeah, and one of the stupid mistakes they made with Spectre and all that was trying to bring all this in. What they should have done, if they were smart, is that Spectre took over Solace, and it would have been a much better story. But no, I am the architect of all your pain. It was such a fucking stupid thing to do.
Thank you.
Or an even better plot idea. What if, because of all the clients who got screwed over by Lashif's fucking up with the money, that created a power vacuum that lets Spectre take center stage?
You have a question here, Gary?
No, it's a good question, Bill. I actually really like that one. Because, like, look, number one is always going to be what's his name? I just forgot his name.
Blofeld?
No, in Russia, From Russia with Love. He has such a boring name.
Grant?
Yes, thank you. Grant is like one of my favorite villains. I mean, he is my favorite villain. That guy is so dangerous. And clearly, in that last Bond film that we did, that character is loosely based on that character and Roy Batty, all rolled into one. And I enjoyed him, but neither villain in that film ranks with me. To me, From Russia with Love has the single best villain in the history of Bond. Jaws is up there. I'd put him at number 3. Number 2 would be Javier Bardem. And then Le Chiffre, number 4. That's it. In that order, Bill.
Yeah.
So, ELDR, Bardem.
I said Bardem.
Yeah, Javier Bardem. And
Javier Bardem.
If they didn't try to make him into doing Joker plots, he'd probably be number 1.
Look at Sander.
Because I like the Casino Royale with cheese.
Oh.
I never ate it. I never ate it. What was it, that line in the movie? What about the Big Mac? He says, like, I don't know. I never ate
Le Big Mac.
Because he was talking about, like, eating at a French Burger King, Le Royale. Le Royale.
Yeah, because they don't have quarter pounds.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. Keeps touching his ear.
Yeah, see, this is how you do it. If you have people make mistakes, make it so the main characters and doing them and is pointing it out, so we feel that they're smarter instead of like when I'm watching Alien Earth. I just feel everyone's dumb.
This is the moment where Bond realizes if you want the job done properly, you gotta do it yourself.
Welcome, Larry. I think it's first time I see you here.
And by the way, this is supposed to... Oh, hi, Larry. Long time.
Welcome.
No, I know Larry.
Really?
What's up, dude? Yeah, good to see you. Red Grant. Thank you. Dr. No, I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of his character. But for me, no, Dr. No doesn't hit the list.
Are you pausing here for a reason, Gary?
Yes, because I was trying to say something. We keep getting sidetracked from it. They shot this in Madagascar, or this is supposed to be Madagascar, but they shot it in the Bahamas. They found the location of the hotel from Thunderball that it had pretty much been abandoned because they were building an additional structure, and now it was a military barracks. And they got permission to shoot here. And it looks like fucking Madagascar.
Also, the benefit of doing it on the Bahamas was they've done so many Bond movies before. So they had many people there who have worked on Bond movies before and came back and already knew
Plus
the drill.
And be it in the
Ian
Bahamas.
Fleming. Plus Ian Fleming
Exactly.
lived and died in the Bahamas and loved the Bahamas. And I got to tell you, there are people there that still talk about him to today that
Look
knew
at
him.
this. We have a comedic polar bear today.
If I wrote a Bond book, I'd have the villain's chief henchman named Big Mac. The number 2 would be a Hamburglar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, what about Grimace? Come on.
the Grimace would be the heavy that gets into a fight with Bond, like near the end of the movie.
Alien Earth. No, I watched the first episode
Yeah, me too.
and I was so fucking annoyed by the writing. I walked away. I said, I can't do this. I can't do it.
It's
I know
so
a few
weird.
of the guys I respect like it. I'm telling you, I can't stand that fucking show. And I
It's so
wanted to like it.
it's so
One
odd
thing-
because Fargo was, especially season 1, was so good.
Yeah. See, that's why I was expecting it to be good. And then
One
Keith
thing-
tells me, oh, he wants to do this other franchise. And I'm like, he fucked up Alien. No thanks.
One thing I can say, the replica they made of the ship that is kind of the same class of the Nostromo is perfect.
No, visually, the
Yeah.
show, it looks great. It looks great. But the writing is bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
so
that's the
Anima
problem.
got so annoyed with this. Like, why is he even going up there? I said, he's trying to get to the other roof to get away from Bond. So he's going up, across, and then down. And Bond chases him. And one of my favorite fucking moments is when he leaps and goes through that little window over the wall and keeps running. And fucking Bond just bulldozes right through the drywall. Fuck this. Just goes through the wall. Like, thank God there were no support beams in there. That would have fucking hurt.
I mean, I get it. They wanted to show off the parkour skills. And Foucault is so good. He's the guy who invented it.
Well,
And he's
it's also
amazing.
the
What
guy
he can
who
do is
started it.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
invented
he
it.
created it. He did it for this film. Now, I don't know if he was directly involved or what, but the next film that came out the same year was that Luc Besson film, Something 13, came out in 04.
B13, Barrier 13, or
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but they
I
did,
think that was
I think,
it.
2 films, and there's a lot of parkour in that. And I don't know if he was directly involved, but people he knew were involved that he worked with because he's from France.
I don't think he directed B13. I'm trying to remember who did. And there was also a
Luc
second one
Besson
that
produced
they
it. I don't think he directed
Yeah.
it. It's a Luc Besson.
did. But no,
production.
yeah, but yeah, no, especially the casino fight in B13 is amazing. If you ever get a chance to see it.
Oh no, visual. Look, man, I enjoyed the crap out of that movie because of the parkour. That was so much fucking fun because I had never seen that stuff before. This film first, and then that film, and I'm like, I got to know more about this parkour. And then I learned how you do it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do parkour. I should have done parkour, but I had a daughter, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
I
used
think
to
you
be
would.
a skater.
I think you are too tall to do parkour.
I think you
Wait,
need to be short. I think you need to be short
that
to
could have
do that shit
Yeah.
lightweight.
wrecked your
Well, it's like mountain
point.
climbing. I always wanted to mountain climb, okay? But I suck at it because I had the wrong build. Like, even when I was at my leanest, which I said got under 10% body fat in the Army, I still had the wrong build. I'm too big upstairs, broad-shouldered, big, wide chest.
You are built
and-
like a wardrobe, Gary.
Yeah, you have to be able to hug that fucking wall. Can't do it. But I was really good at rappelling because, according to my sergeant, this is a quote from Sergeant Tom Parker. Well, you should be good at rappelling because you're a very repellent person.
Can't argue with him there.
Sergeant Tom Parker, 1991. I think that was June 1991. I don't remember what week. Oh, what's that? What's that? What did you just put up?
This is my copy of
Oh,
District
value
13.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
B-13. They tried to bring it to the U.S. and they did it with the guy
Rick
that
Mansions.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was didn't do well.
Besson produced the directors Pierre Morel, who went on to do I think the other two Taken movies and some other Besson produced films.
Yeah, which
Interesting.
those are really. I hated the editing in the Taken films. I also hated the editing of the fight scenes from the second Bourne film. The first one was good, and don't get me wrong, I like the story of the second Bourne film. I hated the fight edits where they quick cut, quick cut, quick cut, quick cut, quick cut. It's like
Luc
we
Besson's
want
kind
what
of just become spinning his wheels. I mean,
Oh, he's
just-
gotten weird. That Wolf or Dog Boy movie. What the fuck, man? Dog Man, Dog Boy, whatever. That's a fucking bizarro movie, and it should be banned. He just walks in here. I love the way he's just casually like avoiding everybody. Knows where their weak points are.
Probably spied on them before doing it.
I
Oh, I
mean,
guarantee you, he knew the layout.
this would do more than make the news. This might actually cause a war.
Well, that's the thing. But with who? Them? Nobody cares. They go through regime changes there like every week. This is great where he comes right out behind him, knocks the shit out of him, takes him, holds him so they won't shoot him. And then he's like, here's my gun. And then pulls out a second gun and pops him right in the head and then shoots the tank. This dude fucking nailed him in the head with the pistol. I love that. Hit him flat with it. Because the pistol's a weapon. It really is, not just for shooting.
Well, yeah, he's running out of bullets. He throws it at Bond, and Bond just throws it right back, smacks him in the head.
Oh,
I like
no,
that.
that dude, he came up over his desk and he hit him in the head with the flat of the pistol.
yeah, that
Fucking
one too.
knocked the shit out
It's
of you.
always a weapon, whether you have bullets or not. The
And
funny
then
thing is, Foucan, the black guy, he didn't tell his family that he was starring in a Bond movie and actually acting. He had never done that before. So
Worse
they were
than that,
surprised to see him.
they were
and
shocked that he
that
died.
he died. Yeah, he's a bad
didn't
guy
tell
and he
them.
dies. They were so shocked. He had fun doing it though, especially working with the stunt people and everything because they trusted him. They knew that he knew what he was doing, what he was able to do.
Now, if you have ever seen the show Banshee, you know who she is.
Oh,
And I
know her
fucking
before that.
love Banshee. No, I knew her because of Banshee. And then I went back and found out that she's in this. And I'm like, oh shit, that's her, the chick. Because she's clearly one of those babies that got laid on her back too much. So she has that flat back of the head thing going on. So when she comes up out of the water, you can really see the flat of the back of her head. But she's a Romanian, as I recall, right?
I don't
She was
know.
a
Think
model,
so.
then became an
I
actor.
don't care. I don't know is Ivana Melissa.
We don't know if she's
that,
hot. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
She is
Her
really
name-
beautiful.
Her name is Caterina Moreno. That doesn't sound Romanian to me. Let me go check it out.
Hit play, Martin. She is gorgeous.
Saya.
She's Italian.
Also in the film, she keeps her eye covered throughout most of the film, especially when she's around Le Chiffre, that she covers that eye with her hair to honor her man.
Solidarity.
And by the way, that's an addition. It's not in the book, the bleeding. I thought that's fucking cool.
I find that very cool too.
And her accent does not sound Italian to me. I gotta find her.
And her stage name is not Italian at all. Ivana
No,
Milicevic. That
Oh.
sounds.
I was
because
on the
that's what I
wrong.
was talking about.
Oh, Milicevic. Yeah, no, that's a Balkan name. That's going to be.
She's from
Serbia,
Bosnia.
Bosnia something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's from Sarajevo.
Sorry, I was on the wrong actress.
Also known as Herzegovina, which is like one of those names I heard it the first time. I'm like, God, that is so much sexier than
No,
Bosnia.
it is.
Hello?
Hold on, no, it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. Those
Yeah,
are
that's what
two
I said.
parts of the country.
Yes.
I
damn
said
it.
Yeah,
the
but you have
word
to say them
and.
both.
Yeah, I know, but I did
Yeah,
that because
I'm
you
just
said
saying-
Bosnia. I don't have to say
I'm
it.
just
You said it, and I said
shut up and let me say something.
Herzegovina.
A lot
Yeah,
of
but you're trying to
people
correct
don't
me when I
know.
wasn't wrong.
No, I'm not correcting you.
Behave
Shut the
yourself.
fuck up. I just wanted to say, as somebody who lived on Balkan for years, it is important to people there that you say both names. Nobody there just says Bosnia.
I was adding it to what you said because you said Bosnia, and I said and Herzegovina.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Can we
So-
please?
yeah, I would
Move
like
on.
to move on and stop being corrected for things I didn't do wrong. So, born in
didn't correct
Sardinia,
you.
according to Wikipedia.
Ooh.
I've been there. Nice place. Max Demon. Max Demon is a man of the world. Hey, Helen Place is here. And of course, Sander has dropped in. Where is it? There it is.
I think everybody is talking about the wrong actress because Ivana Milicevic is from Bosnia.
Yeah, he has, by the way, Sander, one of the best death scenes in all of the Hannibal murders. Because
Was
he's
born in
killed
Sarajevo.
the same way. He was
Yeah,
killed
we've been
the
over
same-
that, Martin. Moving on.
He was, yeah, I'm already talking about something else right now. So Patsy in the movie was killed the same way as his ancestor. And he is strung up by his innards off the balcony at the museum. And it's fucking gruesome. Great scene.
I love the Hannibal TV series when after he does that, Jack Crawford just comes in and beats the shit out of Hannibal to classical music. That's great.
Is the airport scene in this movie also ripped off from Tenet, where the plane crashes into a hangar?
Here it doesn't happen.
It wasn't a plane crash. It was one of those plane towers, if I remember right, in this movie.
No, a fuel vehicle.
Oh yeah, few.
Well, I was great with her. I loved her, but they should have cast somebody else for this film. It was just fucking weird to bring her in.
Yeah, it's kind of like with they're doing the whole new DC universe, and yet they're keeping stuff around from the previous one. It just if you're gonna restart. Don't
By
have
the way, there was another actress that was in this that was in two other Bond films. It's the I think she's Chinese or Japanese. I can't remember, but she's in it during one of the poker scenes. And they chose poker over Baccarat, which I think was a smart move because Texas Hold'em was a huge rage at the time.
Well, yeah, this is the modern for 2000. Was it 2006 when this came out, right?
4, I think. I think 4, wasn't it?
6.
Was it 6?
Yeah,
Then B13 was first then to do the parkour. I thought both
Yeah.
came out in 04. Okay. So Judi Dench was dignified. She was great, but they needed a recast, and they should have brought in someone like Helen Mirren. If they wanted a
oh
woman,
man, Helen Mirren, that would
It
have been
makes
great.
no sense to have her play a different M. It's just weird.
Yes.
The-
You know what
I
is
guess
weird too? Having 2 deleted scenes.
Oh,
Oh my god.
one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah,
We deleted
how
scenes.
back now. I know.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The introduction of the car.
that is not his
Takes-
yet.
Oh, he takes it from him. He
Oh,
wins
yeah.
it.
He wins it from
Kick-
him, yeah.
Kicks his ass in poker and fucks his woman. Look, I'm right there with you, Snort. I would have preferred this take place. And just imagine how gorgeous it would have looked if they, had focused on doing this as a period piece, like right around 57 to 1960. There's another gorgeous lady. He goes, for having those mug ears, you're kind of sexy.
No.
Things further.
And what this is when he comes out of the sea, right? Like this is them basically aping Ursula Le Guin and definitely trying to court the female audience.
Yeah, I've always been a Dinch fan, but when I found out she was woke, I turned all my attention back to Helen Mirren where it belonged. Because Helen Mirren's very based, even though she was in that terrible movie with that sci-fi
Caligula?
based on that game Borderlands or whatever that fucking game was. They
Borderlands. The
People
game
like-
of Borderlands.
I
is-
hated the game. I hated the game. I'm like, no. I played it, and I don't like it, and I sent it back. I rented it. What was that company? You could rent games for like up to a month, and
game something.
GameStop.
was it GameStop?
Gamefly.
GameFly sounds more like it.
Something like that.
I love these locations, man. Just
I love how M is borderline annoyed and impressed at the same time with his skills, finding out stuff about her, where she lives, what her name is, her passwords. He's figuring it all out. And she just can't decide whether she's annoyed or impressed.
He's both. She's very annoyed. Because like when he says that
She
line,
calls
I
him a
had no
slime
idea.
bugger.
I had no idea that I thought M was just a code name, but I had no idea that it was based on, and he's referring to her last name. And she says, "You utter one more syllable, I'll have you shot."
She's chewing him out for shooting up the embassy too. And daring to come back. And
But
to replace.
when you find out later, she also intentionally sent him without telling to go. When she punished him, go, get out of my face, disappear. And until this whole thing blows over. And that was basically her telling him in her way, go find out what happened. Follow your leads. Gorgeous lady. I'm assuming she's Persian.
Isn't that like Penelope Cruz or?
No, I don't know who this lady is. She's fucking gorgeous. She could be Spanish. She could be Italian, Sicilian, or one of the Persia.
I'm on it.
Yeah, see, important thing. It's okay to exploit women as long as you exploit the men too. That way everyone's happy.
That's Solange.
That's the
Katrina
one that
Moreno.
That's the Italian one, yeah. She's Italian.
Caterina Murino.
Yeah.
I knew she was something from there around the Mediterranean. She's just fucking gorgeous, ridiculous. I remember when Netflix was a rental, and I remember they offered games too. Yeah, I remember that way back in the 2000s. They tried to make a deal with Blockbuster, and Blockbuster said, "Fuck off," and then they bought Blockbuster and shut them down. If you happen to hear Judi Dench talk, you can almost believe that she drives from the Victorian era. Yeah.
Well, she's played in the characters from that era, so makes sense.
She does have that kind of voice. What would have also been appropriate is when she starts to bang ball and she's like, "Hold on, put on this," and just pulls out a paper bag and puts it over his head.
Sometimes you just say the weirdest shit, Shanatsky.
It's so she doesn't have to look at his face.
So I need to pull this up real quick because a lot of people don't catch this in the original artwork. And let me share this. Pause the movie for a second while I share this, Martin. Pull it down, pretty please. There we go. That was the original logo for Layer Cake with Daniel Craig. There's a 4 in there for the A, and kind of a 3 in there for a backward 3 for the E. And cake. And it was always like Mac and I watched this movie, enjoyed the film. I do enjoy the film. It's one of those crime films, and I like British crime movies. And
It's a Guy Ritchie British crime.
And he and I figured out the 4 stands for 4-layer cake. That's why it's there.
Yeah. And so, as a Jeffrey Rush can say layer cake later in the movie.
Yeah. And by the way, yeah, we need to cover this film because it's on my list. I own a copy of it. I like that movie a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. This must have been so hard for Craig to have to make out with her.
Right.
He does seem like he would actually be the kind of person that would complain about that. Oh, I'm,
And he is
character's
really
such
woke,
a misogynist.
He is woke, and it's really annoying. That's why it all went downhill, because he had more and more input, and the more input he had, the further down the fucking ledge it went, till it went off the cliff.
I think he was with already with Rachel Weisz, so
Yeah.
I
He became uber feminist, and it's fucking annoying when guys do that. Respect feminism, real feminism.
Yeah, well, it's
No.
I call it the fuckboy strategy because that's basically what it is. Like,
That's what they
oh
use,
yeah, I
that's
totally
what they use it
support
for.
women.
Yeah.
Bye, Snorty.
And James Cameron is a womanizer. Snorty, see you later, buddy. Yep. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Take care, Snorty.
Bye, Snorty.
Yes, James Cameron, the man whose ego has been like fed more than any other human being on the goddamn planet.
Horrific level womanizer, and pretends to be a feminist. Like, fuck off, dude. Women's right to fuck me. That's what he has.
Yeah, but they all do that shit.
Yeah. Call Meanie. Yes, dude. Call Meanie. Where'd I see that? Yeah, call Meanie, dude. He's played some fucking scary characters in the past. Good fucking actor right there.
Gore, he's a meanie.
Chief O'Brien. FYI, Layer Cake had a scene in the biggest warehouse in the UK. Also, again, I want to point out, I love the cast. Some of the cast in that were also later in another Guy Ritchie film with Gerard Butler. The rocker one. What's it called?
Rock and Rolla.
Rock and Rolla. I fucking love that movie. Anima enjoyed that too, by the way. I showed that movie to her. Larry, you are so correct, Simps. Hail and Place.
How do you always sound so surprised when I enjoy something? It's not like I'm complaining.
I'm not.
By the way, I have always wanted to go see this exhibit. As morbid as it is, it's fascinating what he did.
Oh, you know what?
I've been to it.
We will have it here in Vienna. It's
You
called.
gotta go take pictures. Go take pictures for me.
I don't wanna. It's too morbid for me.
It is eerie, but like actually, my favorite that they have is they actually have the entire like circulatory system like mapped out, and it's just that.
And the nerves.
And the nerves, and
Too, yeah.
I think, yeah, it's crazy seeing those just by themselves.
Yes. I saw that here in Mexico. I couldn't see it in Venezuela because when the exhibition got there, they got arrested.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that you would be allowed to take photos because it's actual people.
No, you're not. You're not allowed.
Yeah, because Gary said I have
because
to take photos.
well, also certain flashes give off create a gas, which could be very destructive. Casino Royale is probably the closest to the ice cold nature of James Bond. We saw with Timothy Dalton too, and but this one I think is closer to the thug nature of Bond because he was kind of a thug in those early books, thuggish.
Well, one
And-
thing that Craig and Dalton have in common is when they got the role, they both read all the books. They
Yep.
studied that character.
Difference is he read the books before. He was already a fan since he was a young man. Whereas
Dalton was
Craig
already a
read it.
fan. Yeah, that's how he knew
He
that
read
he
the
was too
books.
young when they approached him first.
Casino Royale, Bond is fundamentally a ruthlessly nasty killer. The movies water him down a lot. Timothy Dalton kind of brought a little bit in there, and but this really, really gave us old school Bond. This is where he figures out ellipses is a passcode, and I love it because he's waiting he's going to bounce some ideas off her, and then he figures it out, and then she picks up the phone. And he goes, "I'll call you back." She's like the fucking cheek on this guy. So absolutely, I agree with you, writer Albert Lanier.
Well,
Only thing that was missing from Layered Cake was Mark Strong. Yeah, I fucking love a good Mark Strong movie, dude. Love that dude.
well, Bond and Lara Croft are two characters that are very. I'm not necessarily going to say edgy boys, but they're not nice people in essence when you really break them down. But as they've been adapted, they keep sanding the edges off of them, which paradoxically makes them less appealing.
Oh, well, Lara's first models were very edgy.
I'm assuming you're correct on that because I think the character was either Persian or Arabic in the book, Solange. Now, I love that name, but it's French. So,
And yeah,
And
I can definitely get his opinions on black men, to put it mildly, that you might not want to translate that over, but
well, speaking of dogs, if according to these internet trolls that are attacking Sydney Sweeney for having a white dog, which is just the weirdest fucking thing to fucking say. Like dogs don't have a race; they're just dogs. They have fur color.
Oh,
They have
Sweeney
patterns
can't do
and shit.
anything right at this point. She did a fucking jeans commercial and got heat over it. That's so stupid.
Because she's beautiful in the fucking jeans. But anyway, so according to that rule, I'm apparently racist because I had a white dog.
is Superman racist because Crypto's a white dog?
Oh my God, you're right. He's racist too.
No, wait, it's Supergirl. It's her dog. He's just dog sitting.
That's right. Well, in the comic books, it was his, but they make it hers in the movie. That's right. So
wasn't his horse white?
So apparently, Supergirl is a racist.
Racist.
And
I
she
love
likes
that
to get
term.
drunk.
I hope Meth feels up to joining us for even just a second because I love that guy so much.
Would be cool to get his opinion on this movie and Craig as Bond.
Dr. No is beautiful film that makes my favorite actor Sean Connery leap through the screen and maintain the cool interior Bond. Yeah, I like the film. It's not my favorite though. I also consider the single best Bond film ever made. Not this one. It's still From Russia with Love, and this comes in second.
Of like how they were made, I'm still really partial to GoldenEye as my.
Well, I love
favorite for how
GoldenEye
they
too.
were done.
It's in my top 5 list.
Yeah,
it's one of the best
you
and
can
I've
mix
talked
and
about
match.
Well,
You can
and
mix
I
and
have
match.
talked about this shit. You and I had this conversation. I don't know if we did it on a show, but you and I've had this conversation because I'm getting that sense of deja vu. But that we went through like what I and you thought were the best Bonds, and I put them in my order. And
Well, you and I
definitely-
did have that conversation, so maybe that's
Yeah.
the jury.
Maybe that's why I'm getting it. Because I brought up GoldenEye as a great fucking Bond film. I also like the coldness in the way that Pierce Brosnan killed that doctor in The World Is Not Enough. Or, I'm sorry,
Tomorrow
Tomorrow Never Dies. I loved when he just fucking glares at him. fucking ice cold and just, he says, there's nothing personal. He goes, it was for me. And fucking shot him. Fuck yeah, that was
Oh, yeah.
awesome. I fucking love that. I like it when Bond gets cold because that's the thing that he has. He can switch off. And I believe that the one thing they never went into that I'm hoping they go into with the game is that he was a commando with the SBS. And he was a commander in the special boat services.
I can't believe they only show his actual uniform 3 times in 60 years. All
3
these movies.
times.
Come on,
3
guys. He looks
times.
any Bond looks so good in that uniform.
And in the game, it's an if you get the deluxe edition, it's a costume you can equip, so you can just play through the game with that.
You know what
Oh,
pissed
that's
me off
awesome.
when they did that is they put Daniel Craig in there. And that pissed me off. So I
You would
never
s-
played that game.
Would you say it grounds your gears?
Hey, there's a nod to Jaws.
Yeah, was it 007 Legacy or whatnot? That was a weird one because they basically, because of the licensing thing, they put Craig in a bunch of the movies that he wasn't in that they were
I
adapting.
know. And it's so fucking annoying. Mephisto, hey buddy, hope you're doing okay. If you're up to it, go ahead and join us, man. Martin, make sure he gets the link.
He's got,
So I want to go back to that previous comment, please.
oh, which one was?
I don't know. I had it highlighted on the screen.
Yeah, but what was the
I
gist of
paused it so I could respond to it. So never mind.
I mean, still in my top 5 hench people.
Was this
Xenia,
one?
still one of my favorites.
Dalton was great in Life Security. Goddamn right he was.
Yep.
Look, man, I love Sean Connery, but the best Bond was the guy who didn't get the love and respect is Timothy Dalton. But I
Yeah,
love Sean Connery because he made my favorite Sean Connery made my favorite Bond film, which is From Russia with Love. I think it's the single best fucking story told. And the only thing that comes in second to that is this movie here.
yep. Yeah, License to Kill. That's like
That's
the
the
closest to
comment.
book Bond we ever got.
This is it. Sean Bean, I fucking love Sean Bean. He played 006. And look, man, I enjoyed him in that film, but he is one of the most forgettable villains of all time. But I do like him in that film. And I loved how Bond killed him.
He kills him twice. That's the best part.
Yeah. You only die twice.
Mhm.
That's no problem, buddy, man. Go to bed. We love you, man. Have a good day. And thanks for the dropping of your viewers over here, man. We appreciate it. This reaming out that he gets here, this is one of the most annoying things. She's talking to him like he's been a 00 for like forever. And it's really fucking annoying. This was clearly written for somebody that had been playing Bond or something. This is not Daniel Craig's character.
Well, they
And
originally wanted
then
to make it a Brosnan movie, and then he couldn't
Hold
afford
on.
him, so maybe they just kept that part.
And she's contradictory to herself because she tells him to be more detached earlier, and now she criticizes him by saying, you have to be detached, but I don't think you have a problem with that, do you? It's like, what the fuck, man? He's fucked if he does and fucked if he doesn't with her. She was really well acted, but terrible fucking writing on her.
Are you sure she shouldn't be called K instead of M?
Yeah, Karen.
Yep.
I think she's performing. M, no, not Judy Dench. M is performing, and that is why he said, "Let's stop pretending." You knew what's happening all the time.
Bond, I want to see your manager. But M, you are my manager.
Well, he felt really constrained playing Bond. Connery did.
Oh yeah, he was so desperate to get out of it, he starred in fucking Zardoz. which is hilarious if you've ever seen.
I love that movie. It's bizarre. It's so weird, but it's a fun movie. I enjoyed the flick.
Yes.
We
As we
ate
find
meat. Zardoz betrayed us. Yeah, it's when you start a movie with a
This scene
giant
gives you a
head
Bond feel
puking
too, because
guns.
she introduces herself with "I'm the money," and he answers to that to the penny.
Worth every
Yeah.
penny.
I like that
So,
introduction.
I mean, yeah, they were basically trying to go, oh, that's Moneypenny. It's like, nope.
You're
It's
planting the seed.
No,
It's
she's
not.
not. I never got that.
She's in the book. She's Vesper, and she dies. And
She betrays him.
she betrays him, but she's so ashamed because her betrayal was to save him. She betrayed him to save him.
That's the only
Remember
reason
that.
they kept both of them alive. Yeah, that's how they got out
And-
alive.
And she was so ashamed that she self-deletes and won't let him rescue her. And she drowns looking at him.
And that's the thing that starts him on a spiral in the novels where he's just like, I can never love because it's just going to end up like this again and again and again. He's a tragic character when you really do break him down.
Well, he is. He is. He's very broken. And I love that John Gardner continued that kind of feel as he got older in the Gardner books, because they're really good books. And there we have the guy that's close to retirement, and he's just changed by all of it, and he just wants out, but he keeps getting fucking put into stuff. But yes, and I got to tell you, man, I didn't know who the fuck she was until this movie, and I became a fan of hers because of this
She's
movie.
a great actor. The underwater scene, she nailed that. Saying goodbye to him, and then her body takes over and freaks out, and then she just goes all slack because she's dead. She was so
And then
nervous doing
the
this.
movement of the water.
Yeah. She was so nervous going into this, and then she said it's weird line in an interview. Actually, drowning is very relaxing, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
She said that when she was talking to the reporter. That was funny.
Well, yeah, it's apparently what happens with drowning is that there's points where it feels relaxing and then immediate panic.
But she was talking about the experience of playing drowning.
Yeah.
Craig loved the underwater things too, because he said it's very quiet and peaceful down there.
I got to tell you, I'm a fan of Eva Green's too, and Penny Dreadful brought her in the ring again with another Bond, with Timothy Dalton. And that first season was amazing, and she and Timothy sold that fucking show for me. Everybody else is great in it. Another Bond actor is in that too. He plays the monster, the Frankenstein monster.
And Josh Hartnett.
And Josh Hartnett. Well, look, I got to tell you, man, I like Josh Hartnett. He said,
I do
fuck
too.
Hollywood.
That's why I bring him up, man.
He said, fuck Hollywood, and he went his own way. And he does stuff that he wants to do now. He refuses to make movies that he doesn't, because the Harrison Ford Experience was enough for him. When he did
Hollywood Homicide?
Yeah, bad experience, really bad. And he and Ford did not get along.
My thing is, and I always find silly with people, is at a certain point, don't you got enough money where you never have to work again? You already have a nice house. You don't need to go for a mansion. And you can have a much nicer life than trying to go for more and more absurd levels of wealth that won't make you any happy.
I like guys like Michael Caine. Michael Caine did Jaws 3 to buy his house, pay it off. And I like that. And then he does movies he wants to do. And Harry Brown, by the way, one of my favorite fucking crime thrillers he ever did. And I love Get Carter, too.
You let yourself go. You forgot to check your weapon.
By the way, in the book and in this movie, I love his character. Not Mason. What is his name? Mathis. Yeah, Mathis is like a great character in the book. He's a friend of Bond, but this whole thing is great because sadly, what's his name set him up with Bond, which I don't know
It's
why he
Chief.
bothered because Schiffer was gonna he sets him
It's
up
Le
to believe.
Chiffre.
I just
So
said Le
Chief.
Chiffre. My
Yeah, you said it
God,
correctly.
yeah.
Sorry, I've been listening
Yeah.
to people butchering that name for 2 hours prior to the show to prep.
Okay. God, I fucking love this scene. That he picks a dress for her. I need them looking at you when you come up and kiss my neck and not paying attention to me. And then she fucking throws it right back at him by having a suit. And he goes, "Wait, this suit's tailored. How do you know my size?" She goes, "I sized you up when I met you." And I'm like, what a great fucking line.
Their
That's
banter
great
is so good.
dialogue.
Yeah.
That's good dialogue. The M stuff really annoying, frustrating.
Oh, surprise. It's nice when people actually like each other and aren't being complete bastards.
And I love the way he checks himself in the mirror because this guy is a man who's never worn anything than a formal fucking uniform. A dress
Yeah.
uniform.
Though this is different from Book Bond because Book Bond is basically like, wait, I can be in a fancy dress, I can have the best of everything. He just goes straight for that shit.
And the other thing that's great about this film is I love Jeffrey Wright as Felix Leiter. I hate hearing that he may be woke with some of his recent comments about the backlash of him playing Gordon. Like, there was no fucking backlash. Fuck off. There was no backlash. I fucking loved him as Gordon. The problem is, it was written really badly.
It's hard to tell anymore with that because knowing more about what I know about actors now in Hollywood, a lot of times that's not for us. That's for the people who hire. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that just pretend to be super woke because that will get them work. It's sad, but sadly it works.
But we hear it and it backfires.
Yeah, that's the problem of the era we're in.
Okay, I'm going to point this out. The code he's supposed to put in there is supposed to spell Vesper, but he puts it in wrong. Now, it's supposed to in the script, and it's even said later that the password is your name, but it actually isn't. He punched in the wrong numbers on screen. It was a fuck up on his part.
One number is off. Yeah.
Well, he punches a 6.
Instead of a 7.
Instead of the 7. Well, that's a whole different set of 3 letters.
Yeah,
but
listen,
anyway, going back to Jeffrey Wright.
Hold on. The 7 has 4 letters on it, and the 6 has only 3. So maybe on some keyboards the 6 has 4 and the 7 has 3. I don't know.
So anyway, Jeffrey Wright nails it as Leiter in this scene, and he's clearly, and I hate saying this because it's pun. He has a bond with Bond. He's admiring him. And I think my favorite moment is when he fucking wants the same drink, but then leave out the fruity shit.
Yeah. That's not mad.
That's funny.
My favorite bit with them is when he offers to buy Bond back in. It's like, wait, you're gonna do that for me? It's like, yeah. What, you think we don't have the money?
Yeah.
Oh, he says, and what about the winnings? He says,
do we look like we need the money?
We look like we need it? And that was fucking funny. I do like that.
I like him as Felix.
Oh, he nails it so well. And that friendship between the two develops. It's sad that the movies aren't good enough for the characters in it, the actors in it. I also love it when he figures out that Bond figures out that he's got to tell.
Well,
the whole touching is.
Here's the kicker. It's Vesper who tells him that Bond found the tail.
Yeah, once you realize that, and that's not until later You go, oh
Yep.
shit, because everybody is thinking, who told? Was it Mathis? Is Mathis the traitor? And of course, he sets it up for him to believe that it's Mathis. But there's no point to it because he plans to kill him anyway. So I was like, why did you bother telling him? But anyway, I do enjoy watching him play the game, and I love the way Mathis really appreciates Bond. He's clearly beginning to like him.
Yeah,
I
another
find that game
kind
so
of
boring.
Here it is. Where he sits there. I'll have one of those. Everybody around the table, and Le Chiffre is like, hey, can we get back to the game here?
I'm trying to get money to not get killed here.
Yeah. And Felix Leiter orders the same drink, but without the fruity shit.
Everybody, even Tyrone, the fat bastard. Remember the fat guy is the same guy in Snatch, the supposed getaway driver.
And Mathis, of course, meets his end in the sequel, Quantum of Solace, and that always broke my heart because what a cool character. And then he puts him back in the trash can, and she's like, "That's your friend. Shouldn't you, and he goes, Mathis wouldn't care." And I know it's cold, but he's probably being truthful.
He has to do what he has to do.
I love it when she frowns.
Yeah. She has the most beautiful stern look ever.
She reminds me of that rhyme when I was a kid. The little girl with the curl on her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. And that's what she reminds me of, is that little poem. Or rhyme.
Yeah, she definitely has one of those faces where she looks like perpetually grumpy, and you kind of want to make her smile.
It's the way her first of all, she's got really lush eyebrows to begin with, and she has downward turned eyes. The makeup makes it look like the eyes go up, but actually her eyes go slightly down. So when she frowns, it's really fucking good. And she just it almost makes her like she's doing it right there. It makes she's cute. I'm sorry, she's like really cute when she does that. Adorable. I like
you just kind of want to hold her and let it all out.
I like it women when they get annoyed, and that's why I annoy Animus so much in real life, because I like annoying her, and I like her reaction to me, and that she wants to fucking hit me.
So you have, you're saying
what? You have a
Jen?
Hello? Did it cut out?
Yeah,
yes.
I heard you say.
So you have weird kinks, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, I have no kinks. I'm very straightforward. But I do, there's something, I don't know, I find it cute, it's sexy when a girl gets mad at me. I think it's funny. And
you just enjoy it when I can't help but slap you.
Yeah. I don't want to get punched or anything or kicked hard, but I like the way she smacks me. It's not like really slapping. It's not hard. It doesn't hurt. It's just, I don't know. It's just,
not intended to hurt.
I think there's something so sexy about an annoyed, angry woman. She wants out of there. This is one of my favorite moments in this fucking movie. Got to pause right here because shit's about to fucking go down. And she is trying to get the fuck away because she is not an operative. She is a glorified accountant. It is all she is.
Yep.
And she is clicking that fucking button to get on that fucking elevator to get the fuck out of there. And he says, I'll stay here. And he tries to stay out of view, but his second man there fucking spots him and turns and fires at him. Hits right next to his head in the door frame. Fucking cool scene, dude. I love the fight scenes in this. They're blunt and brutal. And they're not fancy. I cannot stand fancy fights. We discussed this the other day when we watched Gross Point Blank. that I like fights that are just a little sloppy
Because
because
they're
that's more
realistic that
real.
way.
Yeah, because you're not always gonna like, oh, you think this guy's telegraphing this way, but that guy knows how to fight too, so maybe he's gonna do this, and then you got all of a sudden you got to change up, and that happens in real fights.
I think the best mix of that fancy and brutality is the raid.
No, I love the Raid. We've got to do that movie. I've already got the thumbnail made for it.
Yes.
And
Yeah, no,
I-
but a lot of that fighting it's designed to be entertaining to look at, but there's still like a level of brutality that it doesn't get too fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always consider fight sequences. I call them the dance because that's basically the rhythm. If you do right, the rhythms are very similar to dancing correctly.
Well, I don't like them when they become too much like a dance, because that's where you lose me. Like I hated the lightsaber battle with
Yep. In
in
episode one,
this,
the three fighters, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon,
the red room.
that-
The red room scene is so bad.
oh no, that does not exist.
Yeah, it's just I watched that and I said I could at least enjoy a good lightsaber battle. That was terrible. It looked like a 60s dance routine, like from some jazz fucking movie. I fucking hated that movie so fucking much. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy, that bitch.
Yep, still
But I'm trying to
employed.
find. Yeah, I know. I gave up. I stopped giving a shit.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what you
no,
gotta do. Let it go.
yeah. I just find it funny, and it's like everyone keeps predicting when she's gone. It's like we'll find out when we find out. Moving on. Aw, she's so cute.
I know and this is reminiscent. This is echoed later with Quantum of Solace with the girl. When he finds her, she's gone completely inside. She's no longer there, really. And the fire's destroying everything around her. She killed the guy that killed her sister. She's gotten her revenge, but now she's just crumpled mess. And this scene, that scene reminds me of this scene. I thought
This
it was
is
really good
also
echo.
this is also really brutal foreshadowing. Because think about her. She's most vulnerable with him
Water.
when she's soaking wet in water. Yep.
Water. Yeah. So, by the way, here it is. I wanted to show you. I wasn't kidding. I made the thumbnail. And that's what I said. And I stand by my statement. One of the greatest martial arts action movies ever put on film. Boom.
I agree. I freaking love that movie.
Oh, but do you concur?
Yes, I concur.
I
Ah,
don't
good.
I don't agree because this Casino Royale being the most believable. I
By the
think
way,
probably from Russia with Love.
Well, From Russia with Love is one of the most realistic fights. And the funniest part of it is that he keeps landing on top of her during the fight.
Well, she's unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's unconscious. He keeps knocking him into the other car, cabin, and he lands on her. And it does it like 3 or 4 times. It's funny as shit.
Oh, this is great.
love
What did you do
this.
with the bodies? Oh, you want to take care of someone?
That's how you get rid of somebody's security. Put some dead bodies in their car, and he gets arrested. That's great.
I think we already.
Oh,
did
Wilson.
Red,
Yeah,
right?
Wilson. No, that. Yeah, it already happened. That
Yeah,
happened
Dread's
when
been
they were
done.
downtown. And that's Michael G. Wilson. And for those of you who don't know, that is Barbara Broccoli's stepbrother. He is also the co-manager of for Eon.
Well, I hope they enjoyed their billions because that's it.
They panicked and they sold it to Amazon. So they still make money. What they did is they gave control of the property, but they still get their percentage. There she is. The Asian lady there is from You Only Live Twice, and she was in another one with Roger Moore. And I forget which one it was.
It's gonna get really weird with them because the only thing they'll have rights to in about like 10 years is some of the original Bond characters they made up after the books. So like GoldenEye, the characters in that they'll have the rights to. But a lot of the classic Bond characters, since they're from the books, it's just gonna be open season in like 10 years.
I don't know, man. If Gary's right about his theory about the new Bond, they are fucked.
And so, yeah, for those of you that dropped in later, I'll go ahead and talk about this. That basically this new First Light game. Let me see if I can find that image, the specific image I want. They kind of modeled the character after the actor playing him, but it's not exactly. And I was like, well, maybe they didn't. But then I noticed, because like when your eye moves over something quickly and you're not really looking at it, it will tick your subconscious. And it does that with me. And it caught something. And I went back and looked at it and went, oh shit. This is really odd. Let me see if I can find this picture.
Tree Rock, I'm a big fan of, was it Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy? Because that was based on the Cambridge Five, if I remember right.
So here we go. I'm going to share that screen, Martin. If you will do the honors for me, I'd appreciate it, man.
On it.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go.
So I love the fact that they got the scar and they did it correctly. It goes from the upper cheek right below the eyelid down into the jawline and comes down. And so that's in there. And it's a childhood scar that he got. So I'm like, that's fucking great that they did that. But then when I fanned by this really quickly, this photo and another photo of him, the one with the blue background, I caught something about the face that made me turn back and look. And I went, oh, it is there when you look at it. And I'm like, oh shit. Because I know one of the actors that is in the running for Bond is Tom Holland. And Eon Productions had some sway over how Bond looked in this game. And I went, oh crap. Because I like Tom Holland. I think he's a sweet kid. But fuck no. He's too young to be playing Bond. He's a kid. And I'm like, please don't let that be. Let that be just something that caught my eye and it's not real.
It's pretty doubtful because this game was approved before the sale to Amazon in the first place.
Well, Tom Holland's been in the running for a while, dude, before the sale. His name has been tossed into that hat for a while.
Besides, you can change the model.
And I'm like, he's way too... Oh, what happened? I added it. There, it's back.
Yeah, who knows? We'll find out soon enough. I mean, the scriptwriter I think's good for it. I don't really think Denis should be doing a Bond film, but that's me.
I mean, he fucked up Dune, pulling his woke shit.
Yeah.
Well, also
Dune
just
1,
that
Dune 1 I was okay with. I had some problems. I know Martin does too. But I was pretty good with it. I talked to Nerd Cookies about it. I said, I got to tell you, I think he did a fairly good job of the film. My problem was the way they treated the Fremen, because they would not have sects within the Fremen. The Fremen is a sect.
the Fremen are unified people in their beliefs. The whole point of Dune is that everyone falls for it, including if you're reading the book, you can fall for Paul. That's the point.
Yep. Here we go. This scene was part of the building was actually shot elsewhere. This scene was shot in the same stairwell, the 4 stairwells that converge into a one level. And that is the same that was used in the movie Mission Impossible, the first movie.
Yeah, isn't this actual location the one that inspired? It was the actual like card tournament.
Oh, it's the exterior is the real casino. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they shot many interiors there, but I know this interior was the same one they used for Mission Impossible. And
Yeah, this is my favorite exchange with them.
but the casino used here is Casino de Monte Carlo is the name of the casino.
No, isn't it Montenegro?
No,
I
it's Monte
thought
Carlo.
It's Monte
They are supposed
Carlo.
to be in Montenegro. It's shot in Prague, Czech Republic, but the casino that they use is the one in Monte Carlo.
Yeah,
Those
Monte Carlo.
bastards lied to us.
It's the power of
did?
editing.
Who did?
The
Martin?
producers.
Oh, well, look, man. One of the fucking guys working on this film called a fucking a fucking bulldozer a digger, and I'm like, that's not a fucking digger. A digger is a backhoe. It's like if you're going to use an English term for something, use it for the right fucking machine. A backhoe is, I mean, a backhoe digs, scoops the earth out, drops it down, and then the bulldozer comes up and moves that
And
pile.
pushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got so annoyed with that when I was watching the making of. I'm like, stop calling it a digger. It's not.
You cannot dig with a bulldozer.
No,
No,
you
it's-
can't.
It's designed for one thing and one thing only: pushing and pulling.
This film also has a really odd location search, because if you think about it, it's almost like 3 stories in one. You have the first one, which is just the attempt to blow up the plane. Then you have the card tournament, and then you have Vespa.
So you're saying Patrick Gibson played young Dexter in the previous series, which I think was garbage. I tried watching it; it was just garbage. But this new series, Dexter Resurrection, they've gone back to what made Dexter so fucking awesome. And this season, I watched the finale. I got emotional. And Anima, when you watch it, you're going to get tickled because there's a Magnum PI moment at the end.
Nice. But look at us going completely off topic while Bond is about to die while they try to figure out how to save him.
Yeah, he's been poisoned with digoxin. Okay. And they're trying to figure out how to save him from, a few thousand miles away.
Thankfully,
And
they
thank God-
microchipped him like a dog.
Thank God the car comes with a defibrillator, although I don't know why. But thank God it had that for some reason in a
Only he
world.
fumbles and pulls one of the.
Hey,
other
Curtis Selby. What is up, man? I'm a fan of that series, dude. And that is one of the winner things is the screenwriter. You brought that up a minute ago. That was you, Shinowski, right? The writer? Or was that Stephen?
What?
Someone brought up the writer for the new Bond.
Yeah, the right. I forget his name on the top of my head, but he's like the one element then going, I
He
completely
created-
agree with that.
He created Peaky Blinders. And
Yeah,
I
Stephen
saw
Knight. Yeah.
I saw this guy's name, Curtis Selby. I'm like, fuck it. I know that name. Selby.
Yep.
Peaky
Yeah.
Blinders.
Yeah, he's good. He doesn't have
Iconic.
like a hit and miss like some of the other people.
Who else has dropped in that I might have missed? Looks like a lot of fucking people. Holy shit. Helen Place. Yeah, I got writer Albert Lanier, Tree Rock, Connie Cleary, Curtis Selby. Okay, good. I was like making sure I didn't miss. I hate missing people when they come in to say hi to them.
I do love when he comes back. He's like, yeah, thanks. I almost died.
The
And then he's
answer
like,
to
"Yeah,
your
okay, back to
question,
the game."
the answer to your question, Bill Barkley, is: are you fucking kidding? Right? Right? Is that like legitimately a question with me? I love military stuff. I'm not going to fucking watch that. Are you fucking kidding me, Bill? Of course I fucking watched it. And I'm
There's
trying to
always
get
the
Anima to watch.
crazy assumption that you actually want to watch that stuff with me, but we are not. We don't have.
Well,
time.
I do
We
because I
barely
check
get
a lot
around
of things
to
out.
prepping for the show.
Well, I also want to check. Hold on, I also want to check things out before I try to get you to watch them. Make sure you'll enjoy it. I always pre-test for you.
Yeah,
I do that because I
that's
hate
why we watched
wasting
the
your
first
time.
2 episodes, but now you're caught up without waiting for me.
The only times I waste your time is when I have a movie that I want to do that I know you don't like, and I'm like, look, baby, tough through it, please, baby. Bite the bullet and fucking survive this with me.
And I do that a lot.
You know, it's like as much as you hate, Muppets, and do not answer this question live on the show. But the question is, would you rather watch Fraggle Rock or have sex with me? And I think you would pick the latter, but don't answer. I don't want to know.
And why is it Fraggle Rock? Your answer.
Muppets. She hates Muppets, man. I don't know why. What the fuck did they ever do to her?
I just don't like them. I find them creepy.
Miss Piggy.
I
Miss
understand.
Piggy hit her for touching Kermie.
I understand some puppets, but the Muppets are a whole different thing, man.
Not for
They're
me.
almost alive the way they look and the way they move, and I love the actors.
Wait, are they not?
performers.
Oh,
Of course
you
they
just
are,
destroyed
Martin.
Martin's world.
Of course they are. I was only teasing, like saying that like there's no Santa when there is.
This is the worst
think-
thing to happen to the Muppets since Disney.
This is the favorite single still moment in the movie where he just sits there and you just watch him for a while. The steadiness and the way he doesn't blink, it's incredible. Oh, somebody paused it.
There we go.
That's Tyrone. You know what show I started liking but now don't like is that the what do they call him, the mayor of that prison town. It's got the guy that played the Archer in Marvel, and it started out really good. And then-
Kingstown, Mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor of Kingstown. Fucking love season 1. Then it went downhill. Season 2, and I just stopped watching it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Because like, look, man, sometimes he's on with his writing, like with Yellowstone, until the last 2 seasons, and he fucked up all over the place. Swore he would never throw himself into that show, and what did he do? Made himself one of the main characters of the final season. Why? In spite of his beef with Costner. That's petty. He's fucking petty. I love him as a writer, but he's petty as shit.
Well, you can write yourself into a series, but kind of aim, if you're going to do that, do it at the start when you're designing it. Otherwise, like, the Venture Brothers is a great example of like the creators play like half the characters and it works.
Yeah, the guy was in Snatch. Yeah. No, she will never fucking watch that movie. I'm just telling you.
I don't even want to watch that movie. It just
I didn't
seems-
either. I started watching it and I'm like, I don't enjoy this. And then what's her face? The one that screwed up Ghostbusters.
Melissa McCarthy.
No, yeah, Melissa McCarthy had that new one with puppets, and I'm just like, this just looks stupid. No.
No, here's the thing. If Peter Jackson couldn't get like adult Muppets down, no one can. Because
Oh, wait,
Meet
hold
the
on. I'm sorry.
Feebles.
Yeah, Meet the Feebles is fucked up, dude. It's funny, fucked up. Slasher Fred. If they do, the bad guy is gentrification.
It literally will be just a character named Gentrification.
Even though crime dropped heavily when they gentrified locations, crime just dropped to almost nothing, and but people will complain about it.
Yeah, I have never understood that. To be honest,
you gotta try harder, Bill.
I don't know.
Well,
Fuck
he
it.
waited
I've got 5
until
cars going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
oh, Sander is gonna feel.
Yeah, and you didn't even spell it right. It's Baka, not
his
Boxla.
spelling is all over the place. What happened to Gary?
He has become a beautiful icon.
Gary facepalm that hard at the misspelling.
I'm gonna stop this until Gary comes back. Gary.
This is a great car crash, man. They did a really
yeah.
good job.
Man, we've been going for almost 2 hours and we still have 20 minutes left in the slideshow because we go off topic all the time.
Gary.
And now Gary.
Gary,
I'm
I'm
gonna
haunting you.
messaging. Maybe he's.
Nothing.
Oh God, did his internet die?
Well, he lost connection twice yesterday while we were hanging out. That's always a possibility.
Jesus.
What I'm thinking is that he's probably not on this very screen and hasn't realized it yet.
He says he can hear us, so
Okay, then something's
Okay.
going on.
It's StreamYard
What does
again,
it
I bet you.
probably.
Yeah, if you can maybe just rejoin because
Okay.
StreamYard's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it worked last time. You
Mhm.
got kind of kicked. Just jump out and rejoin.
Okay.
Hey, look who's here.
And
Gary
and
gets
now
himself.
and now probably the most brutal scene in any of the James Bond
Oh,
movies.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is on another level.
Yeah.
It's not even just the rope; it's the style of chair he's in. Because if you're a guy, you can just imagine where there's certain parts getting caught in the chair cracks.
Yeah. You
There
can
are no
hear-
chair cracks though. The whole seat has been removed.
You could hear in silent projection rooms many people say, hmm.
Ooh, that was my reaction. This entire thing is like,
Mm.
oh.
But man,
Ooh.
how he gets into his head. I have a little itch down there. Would you mind scratching? And then he yells, "No!" on the other side. And then he starts laughing and says, "Now everybody will know you died scratching my balls." He's fucking with him even in that situation.
It's the only thing he can do because he's
Okay,
basically at that point dead either way in his mind. So I mean, he got really lucky in a lot of ways that they decided to kill the chief then and there.
All right, I'm
Well-
testing. You hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Everything.
No, my NVIDIA broadcast crashed, so I had
Oh.
to reboot it. So it's back. The StreamYard lost connection to NVIDIA. All right. So anyway, yeah, I paused in this scene because Jesus Christ. Go ahead and hit play. This is right out of the fucking book. But in the book, they used carpet, whatever they're called, that you bang carpets with knock the dust out of them, and it's almost
Duster?
like a badminton racket, and uses that. And the goal was to flatten the shit out of his fucking testicles and then carve them up. And they pretty much allude to the carving in the end, because
But
he's like,
he takes out a knife. When I mentioned where
pulls out a knife,
this technique
and he
comes
tells
from.
him, and he tells him, "I'm going to feed you." You know, and he's going to feed them to him. He's going to cut them off and shove them in his fucking mouth.
I'm going to feed you what you don't seem to appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do think it's more effective just to have it be one of those ropes and it's just tied because it's the most simple thing in the world, and that's what makes it the most effective.
And that's why the Yahtzees used it. That's where Fleming got that idea from.
Yep.
That was
From an actual
a technique
torture that
they-
was done.
Yep.
Was it? Oh, there you go. Helm Place. It's a
Carpet
rug
beater.
beater.
Yeah.
Yeah, carpet or rug beater. And what's funny about that? It's a carpet or rug beater, not a wife beater. Just remember that.
Oh,
The
God.
wife beater is a tank top T-shirt. Piece of shit. Rednecks wear 'em. Not cool rednecks. Cool rednecks wear cool shirts. Piece of
Fuck
shit
off.
rednecks wear wife beaters.
Fuck off.
Just saying, wife
Fuck off.
beaters.
Yeah, but
Somebody likes wife beaters.
But the great part with this thing is Lashif is still panicking, even though he has absolute dominion over him, because he knows every second that's going by is every second people coming to kill him, and they do.
Well, the funny part is he says, "You say that, but here's what's going to happen. I'm valuable to your government. And so after I do what I do to you, they will still pay to have me for all the information I can give them." And
We have to address the breach that Parrot had made.
Does he believe
breach?
that though, or is he just venting, the whole time?
I didn't catch it.
He said Gary backdoored himself.
Oh yeah, it
Oh, yeah.
happens.
It happened.
I've got to go to the airport. You can let yourself out the back door. There's juice in the refrigerator.
Yeah, it has a tragic ending, especially for Mr. White.
Well, it's both films deal with him because like he didn't think he could ever fall in love again, and in On Her Majesty's Secret Service he did, and he married her, and she dies because of him.
So at that point, he says, "Would it be me?"
So Bond's not dead. Like, how did that happen? The bad guy, the other bad guy had it, Mr. White. Not related to Breaking Bad, Mr. White.
Bond, we cook.
You know who surprised me was never a Bond villain that I think would have been a very good Bond villain? Anybody?
Anthony Hopkins.
He almost was. He almost
Yeah.
was. But this actor right here.
Vanny, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Funniest part about that clip is it was him doing something to make the director laugh.
Yeah, he did it to make him laugh. And it ended up being a keeper. So
And
he
sound guy was
spends
in on it.
the confusing part to like even Anima is like this is a very long period of time he's recovering. He is there for a while. And by the way, if you recognize this location, it was used in the last Star Wars movie, or the second one where he
Yes,
goes to her palace.
and
they
they get
kiss.
married there. That is Lake Como in
Lake Como.
Italy.
In fact, also Mr. White's house is there too. It's a hotel.
Yep. And Mr. Whitehouse, it's featured in 2 deleted scenes of Attack of the Clones.
Not surprised, because that's a beautiful location. And but should we refer to it in this movie as the White House?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
How
to be
racist.
confused
It's
with whitehouse.com.
Racist. Anyway, so
oh my God.
yeah, that's where they take Mathis away, because Bond believes that he was the one that was bent, when it was actually her all along.
Yeah, well, he's not exactly thinking with his brain when it comes to her.
Well, right now he's not thinking with the other thing either. He's thinking with his
yet.
heart. He's thinking with his heart.
Is that what he called it now?
But-
Okay.
But she's in love with him. There's no question about it, because she betrayed him knowing she was going to die. They were going to kill her. She knew that. They were.
It was
she
the only
gonna
way
go
to
that
save
deal.
him.
Yeah. She loved him that much that she sacrificed herself for him.
And he spends the rest of his life hating that.
Well, welcome to the wonderful world of Spy Jinx.
Man, that would be an awesome series. Just Scooby-Doo, but with spy plots.
This is where he fucks up the number. Using 6 instead of 7.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's when he does the tournament, I think. You get close.
No, I think it's the
both
first
times.
time when he
I
puts
forgot.
it in is wrong. Yeah, when he puts it in, it's wrong.
That's right, because here he makes her do it, and she smiles because her name is the password. Oh, I think Bill is missing Rocket Kitty.
Yeah.
She's been
Yeah.
asleep the whole time. I can try.
What?
No, I'd heard her.
That's one of my favorite songs, Rocket Cat. burning it,
God.
eating up its food up here alone.
Yeah. When I watched this in theaters, I was going, "This is too
There she is.
clean.
Yeah.
When's the other shoe gonna drop?" And then it did.
Mars ain't the kind of place to have a cat.
You gotta say that in the Jack Nicholson voice.
Or Shatner. Mars ain't the kind of place to have a cat.
Okay.
There we go. And I was just like, dude, are you sure you're cleared for that kind of action?
Yeah, but this is
Shouldn't
is
you
a
rest a
long-
little longer?
this is a long period of time. And,
Yeah, but he's still in the hospital. So
and I'm
like, not
assuming
sure.
that his recovery was part of the deal, that I will get you the money once he's recovered.
Yeah.
And that look right there tells you. When you go back after you find out what happened and you go back and watch her expressions, there are certain moments she makes a certain expression that tells you so much. And that's the thing. Here's a guy that plays poker. He's a master poker player. He didn't see her tells. She has tells.
She only does it when he's not looking at her face, like when her head is turned away. Never when she's
smart.
directly looking at him. Yeah. She's good.
Yep.
But now that it's been long enough, he can now think with his penis.
Oh
And
man,
then-
it would have been even more brutal if he found out she was carrying his kid at the end.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be
no.
funny if they
God
made
damn
a
it,
porn version
Shinazi.
of this, and the whole 00 in the porn was the fact that Bond can make a girl come twice, always.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
oh.
Stop it
And-
right there, please.
and Martin, he decided to outdo everyone in the disgust category.
So this is, I got to tell you, man, how they pulled this off blows my fucking
The
mind.
sinking palazzo.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
These
sinking
guys
of
are
the palazzo.
brilliant.
They built a 1/4 scale building, and on a water set, and it blends in with the real location so fucking well with green screen around it. I was just floored that was first an optical of a miniature with the real location.
Can't you
Fuck,
call
man.
it? Can you call it a miniature when it's that big?
I think the term
It's-
is
it's a-
bigature.
It's
That's
a
like
very
it's
big
a-
miniature.
It's a bigature. It's a big miniature because it is a miniature. It's 1/4 scale,
It's
but it's
three
a
of them
huge
actually
fucking
because
model.
they had models of the houses left and right, and the house that's actually in the middle scene was just switched out for that set that they could actually sink and everything with blowing up bubbles from
Got
under
from
the water.
multiple angles. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, that this is some of the best visual effects I've ever seen in a Bond film. That scene, because I thought they destroyed a real building. It looked that real.
No,
to
you
me.
don't get to do that in Venice.
Well,
no.
I thought they
fucking
may
way.
have found something somewhere that was going to be demolished. That it was, because that happens. You find real locations and that's going to be demolished, and then they get permission to do it themselves.
I highly
They're
doubt that the
professionals.
Venetians would have had that.
I don't know.
They are
shit
very
about that.
special when it comes to their city.
Yeah,
But
Venice is the only place in the world that doesn't use demolition for, when a building goes bad. Imagine that, emotions in an action movie. I didn't think that was possible. First Blood.
they drew first blood, not me.
She is actually telling him what she's about to do because she's telling him she's going to get the funds. He's going to get the equipment. And then she goes for the money that disappears and makes him look
Oh,
bad.
Bill Barkley.
Yeah,
Amazon-
that works.
Amazon is a
I mean, Jeff-
inspector.
Jeff Bezos basically is a Bond villain at this point. He even has like the
Mhm.
laugh down. No, I hate is that he's probably going to try to make his wife into a Bond girl, and he has the power to do so.
Oh.
Well, launching her into space didn't work. She came back. So this is plan B.
It's like there you go. You got James Bond, honey. Divorce me without taking all my money.
Sander is really waiting it out today. He waited almost 2 hours for the first one, and now we're past 2 hours, and he demands the audio. Really patient today.
I'm trying to work on it because I can't find the file to upload it, so you're gonna have to do it, Martin. Oh, it's let me scroll again.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely and sad, real alone.
There you go.
No one, just copyright claims.
Never been claimed on that one. I
Yeah,
took the
because you
music
removed
out.
the music. Yeah,
Yeah.
that did it.
And by the way, this is my favorite moment when Bond was really upset talking about Vesper.
Ferocious feline, preferably with a history of mental illness. I'm talking one mean pussy.
Yeah.
I thought that's when they were talking about Amber Heard.
Amber Turd?
We don't talk about her.
One of the things that I liked about Daniel Craig in particular, and I got to tell you, the other guy that did it really well was Timothy Dalton. When a bullet strikes right next to him, instead of like jerking back or anything, they just do this head gesture thing, which is looking like this. He just goes like that and goes right back to the position. I'm like, that's fucking cool. And the first person to do that was Pierce Brosnan, and I love that Craig does it too. And I don't think it was, it was intentional to the character, but I don't think he was mimicking him. I think it was just something he was taught to do because guess what he did before he played this role? He went and spent a lot of time around actual commandos and agents, operatives, real operatives that go out there and do this shit. Got special permission through the British government to spend time with these people privately and got to know them, got to practice with them, train with them. And he pulled it off because other members that have retired have commented that in this movie, he nailed how an agent looks around a room, how they conduct themselves.
Always observing.
Yeah, always observing, always watching. And here it goes. Here it goes. That's a fucking miniature.
This is not CG because that was my first idea about this. That must have been CG because I know how particular Venetians are when it comes to buildings.
Only CG used in this movie is the CG that was used to paint out wires.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because he actually
in the parkour scene.
He ran up that fucking thing, but he was attached to a harness cable that followed him up.
They are only like 1 foot wide. So yeah, fucking dangerous. You better wire them.
He can still fucking drop and then smash against that fucking crane. Yeah. I'm like, he could still get fucking hurt doing that. And I tell people all the time, look, man, I'm not going to sit there and say that actors don't have it rough sometimes. I think that they do a lot of rough shit, but I think they get paid a lot more than your average fucking laborer to do fucking dangerous shit while they do dangerous shit every fucking day for 1/10 to 1/100th the pay.
Yeah.
Well, the top was it like 1% actors? Yeah. The majority of actors in the guild are basically unemployed most of the time.
Now, I will tell you this scene, I love that he uses the nail gun, but I know how you can actually remove the safety thing off there, and it's actually a lot more cumbersome than just picking up and just start firing automatic nails. Because it doesn't work that way. But fuck it, I enjoyed him shooting him right in the fucking patched eye.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
And that's like a 6-inch nail, man. That went through his fucking head. And I love when Bond is done killing everybody, he reaches back and pulls the fucking nail out of his back. And you see just how long those fucking nails are.
One of the things Craig said about filming this movie was everything in the house was real. It wasn't green screen. He was reacting to things that were actually there, and it made it so much better. The whole experience.
Does. When actors have something to actually work with and react to, And the water scene, she was scared to death doing this at first. You know, she was nervous about having to hold her breath and all that stuff, but they let her know it's right here in front of you off camera, just below the camera lens that's there to grab when you need it.
Yeah, the
And they
scuba.
trained, they practiced a lot. And you can actually see it in the behind the scenes takes. They're not just the camera guys, there are a lot of divers down there.
Yep.
And
Right
that was
off
the only
camera.
thing. That was the only thing the critics said was difficult, is because the water was murky, so you can't see shit. So they point you in a direction, and you just imagine what you're supposed to see because you don't see anything in the water with all the bubbles.
The
and stuff.
sinking of this fucking building is so fucking cool. I fucking love this. I just couldn't believe they pulled this off with a miniature, and because it looked full scale. And of course, they built the full scale set that sinks. That's an actual sinking set. And
yeah, that was a huge set in a
for
hall somewhere.
for all my fellow pervs out there, you absolutely can see her nipples. And yes, he puts his hand right on them, which is how you do CPR.
No, this is not how you do CPR. This is the worst depiction of CPR ever.
It is a real person. Come on, that is always difficult.
You know,
He's trying very hard.
but still, you can see those fucking beautiful nipples, gigantic fucking nipples, gorgeous.
And he doesn't.
That needs
insist.
to be a soundbite. Gigantic nipples. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Somebody clip it if you want. Hey, that's not Mr. White. I actually like this guy, and all I was waiting for it was his fucking death scene, because he earned it for what he did, because he's the reason she's dead, because she knew that if she was to live, his life would be in danger.
Yeah.
This is right out of the fucking book. This scene. It wasn't over. It was not done this way, but still, he delivers the line right out of the book.
The bitch is dead.
Well, he says the whole thing. Mission's accomplished, and the bitch is dead.
And you can
and
just tell he fucking
this
hates it.
conversation earlier when they are in the boat sailing into Venice, he is sending her his resignation, and now, of course, that's like toss it. Of course,
He had hoped they would let her live, and now we'll never know who was behind this. But he has a clue.
He says to her, "Hold my martini."
Because what I believe that shell is, because some people will use shell because it's so abundant as part of their driveway. The gravel has shell in it. And I noticed that shell, and I wondered if that was shell from his house.
Well, he is on a beach property, so it's possible.
Around that lake, yeah. But she gets off the phone, she goes, I wonder what that meant. What exactly did he mean? So he looks in her purse, and he looks at the ellipses phone again and sees a contact in there. And he knows exactly what he's going to do, because for James, Mr. White, and that phone number, she left that for him. And then, of course, that seashell tells him the location. So he goes off in the distance, probably right over here where those shrubs are, those trees sitting over there. Fucking, it's, I hate calling it a silencer. It's a suppressor on the end of that fucking, I don't think that's a 9mm. Let me look that up real quick.
Yes, I think it's an MP5 what he's using. And
yeah, I just love that he was just standing around waiting with them with the SMG. Yeah.
And here he says the iconic line. The name is Bond.
And of course, if you guys pay attention, you can see the knee pads on the actor before he gets
then
shot.
You finally get to hear the.
Yeah, but it's pretty fast.
That looks clumsy.
It's still kind of funny. It's like, well, good thing I brought these knee pads from soccer practice. Oh God, I got shot.
Yeah.
We'll make it from the start.
It is the H&K UMP9, so it is a 9mm. You are correct. But I just wanted to double check on that.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, that's a pretty weapon right there. Look at that with that forward grip assist.
Big balls.
Beautiful fucking weapon.
Such a shame they were never quite able to match this film for the new era,
Plus
because
this-
it's a great start.
You've got the suppressor on the end of it, which of course also works as a barrel extension, so it makes the round more accurate. So you can shoot at a little bit more of a distance with that, because 9mm submachine guns aren't exactly known for their long range accuracy and damage.
I just kind of thought that was the point of machine gun fire, is that you may not be as accurate, but you're firing so many rounds it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like that one, Gambit. Judi Dench is kind of every British actor's grandmother. That or the hot one with Helen Mirren.
That could be an entire movie in itself. It turns out she actually is. She was just really active back in her youth.
That's Statham's mom in the movie, right? Is it Statham's mom? Whose mom is that?
Yes.
Helen Mirren was Statham's
Helen
mom
Mirren.
in the Fast, right?
Yep.
Because I like that movie. I don't like the Fast and Furious films, but I enjoyed the Hobbs and whatever it was.
Hobbs
Those two
and
have
Shaw.
chemistry. Yeah, those two actually have chemistry. The Rock and him.
I think it helps when you don't absolutely hate each other. That might help your performance.
Because he hates Vin Diesel, and I believe Vin Diesel equally hates him back. Daniel says it has it as he goes upstairs and halts because he's in control and ready to unload on White.
It's pretty
No. In fact, he captures White.
Yeah, he
Not
captures
to
him
kill
because
it.
the movie starts immediately. The second movie starts right after this, where he's running and being chased, and he's got him in the trunk. And you don't know that. All you see is this chase scene along this lake, and he's fucking kicking the shit out of the bad guys, surviving, and then finally he pulls up, goes around the back, opens the trunk, and it's him, and that's when it goes into the song. And I like that song too. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, so do I.
And that's got what's his name from the Black Eyed, the
Black Eyed Peas.
No, the Black Keys.
White Stripes. Jack
White
White.
Stripes. Yeah, Jack White, and then you've got Alicia Keys in it. And oh my God, they absolutely fucking nailed that song. And then they went for slower with the next film, Skyfall, and I was okay with it. But then they just started going even slower and more weird, and it just like all the songs after that were garbage.
Dude, especially when Skyfall came out, Adele was like everywhere.
Yeah,
I set fire to the rain.
That movie really quadrupled her fucking right. Thank you.
How successful was she? She was able to get successful enough that she could hire a personal trainer and work off the weight.
Yep. So
And God bless
really
her.
good. You know, and then she went woke and broke my heart, and I'm like, fuck, can't like her anymore. But I like her old stuff. I don't care, but I'm not going to listen to any new shit. All right, guys, we need to wrap up here and get going. So, I think this is a good episode.
Right.
Oh, it was.
That's all that's missing from a Bond film now, is to have Mike Myers cameo somewhere.
Yeah. If only he would do no other Austin Powers movie. He's hinted at it, done those commercials and shit, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Once again, this episode is brought to you by James Bond Gollum and Backdoor Beaver. Hey, man, the reason that popcorn's so good out that back door is those special beaver anal glands that, milk butter. It's butter. It's fucking butter. Let me tell you. It's good stuff. All right. So we are out of here, guys. I want to thank everybody for dropping in. I want to thank Mephisto for dropping by. Gambit 1987, Snorty, Max Demon, Colin Salmon, Perf. How do you say it, Martin?
J-Perf.
J-Perf. Okay. J-Perf. And then Pop Goss. That is so weird. It's uppercase and then lowercase, and then uppercase and then lowercase. So Papa Goss, Bill Barkley, Slasher Fred, Real Popcorn Geek. Good to see you, man. New member. Penny. Awesome one. Sandra Hammerslag, Larry, Hail in Place, writer Albert Lanier, Tree Rock Creations, Connie Cleary, and Curtis Selby. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for all the comments, man. It was great reading all the chat going on. And I love interacting with you guys as much as I can with in between talking about what we're watching. What's this? Because he pranks White by a fake phone call beforehand, and White is completely stunned, saying, "Who is this?"
It's not a fake phone call. He does call him.
Yeah. It's a distracting phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen Place. I don't know what you put up, buddy. I can't see it here. Streamer doesn't show us the avatar, the emoji.
Looks like a beaver.
A beaver.
Oh, beaver. Yes. Thank you. And Quantum Solace is where Bond keeps him for questioning and where he finally gets revenge for Vesper. So there we go. All right. Next week, we're going to watch Quantum of Solace. I enjoyed the film. Some people don't. I get it. I understand, but I liked it, and I have specific reasons why I like it. And fuck you. No, I don't care. Anyway, everybody have a great Saturday, and we'll see you again on Monday. So see y'all later, man.
Bye.
Bye.